Hello, my name is Eileen, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some key points that I found from my research paper. The topic that I chose was um, alcohol product placement in TV shows, movies, and commercials. What I did find was it was difficult to find some artifacts on this topic, and I wasn't exactly sure why initially, but as I did a little bit more research, I discovered why, and I kind of wanted to share that with you today. So when I went to the FTC.gov website, that would be the Federal Trade Commission's website, I found an article on alcohol advertising, and this article kind of explained a little bit of rules and regulations in the industry. So first of all, I'll start by saying that the advertisement industry is pretty much protected by our First Amendment, which is our freedom of speech. So it makes it a little difficult to govern. So what happened was the alcohol companies, they kind of gathered together and they said, hey, let's set down some ground rules and make sure that we are conducting business in an ethical manner, and that we collectively are not advertising to children, because that would be unethical. So some of the ground rules that they said was we will not primarily advertise to kids, so our advertising is not going to be geared towards children. And also, if let's say that they were going to advertise at a big sporting event, there could be 30% of the audience for an ad. There could be no more than 30% of an audience of people that were under 21. So within those guidelines, they said, okay, sure, fine. The guidelines are voluntary and they're self-governed, so it makes it a little bit difficult. That being said, I pulled up a artifact of Marvel's Mr. Ant-Man, and he is sitting with a Heineken bottle in front of him. Heineken is famously known for their green bottle with the Heineken label. And this kind of begged me to question, how did this happen? Because Ant-Man is a fictional children's character, so how is he promoting an alcoholic beverage? Well, as I went on to do a little bit more research, it turns out that Heineken used Ant-Man to launch their very new non-alcoholic beverage. Very well played on both parts, because it's not unethical, right? It's a non-alcoholic beverage, so it was a little bit of a loophole that they found. I thought that was very interesting, because Marvel is known all over the world, and it reaches to demographics of young and old and of all nationalities. So they were able to use exporting values abroad, selling tactic for that one. And then the next one that I selected was it's a photo with, I don't know if you youngsters know about the movie Fast and the Furious. This photo is with Dom in his home, and he's having some drinks with some friends, and Paul Walker comes in and he says, what would you like to drink? He said, you can have any brew you want as long as it's a Corona. So that was a very blatant Corona advertisement in the movie Fast and the Furious. I believe the producers very much banked on Dom and Paul Walker's mesomorph body type, their good looks, their charm. And so I think this was a great selling tactic, because during this time, people, the boys and the young men all aspired to be cool and fit and drive fast cars like Dom and Paul Walker did. So for that, I categorize that as promoting popular pop culture. And then also another photo from Fast and the Furious. I took a photo. It's Dom, and he's next to the beautiful Michelle Rodriguez, and she's drinking a Corona. And I feel like this scene really like emphasizes on sexiness and like a badass characteristic, because she drives really cool cars, and the cars are fast. And I think her drinking a beer just really gave her a badass characteristic, if you would. In that scene, I thought they used nonverbal influence of physical appearance. The next one that I used, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie The Office. I have never seen it myself, but I do know what the main character looks like, Michael Scott from The Office. So if I seen him, I would recognize him and know, oh yeah, he's on that show. And I selected a picture there where there's a St. Pauli girl sign behind him, and I feel like the producers like conveniently placed that St. Pauli girl alcoholic beverage sign in a lot of the scenes in The Office to promote their merchandise. And I think the selling tactic that they used for this one would fall under viewer identification, because everybody knows the guy from The Office. And so correlating his face with the St. Pauli girl beverage advertisement was a great play for the producers to allow the viewers to notice who was in that scene. Next, I used the photo. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the television show Grey's Anatomy, one of my favorite, as I'm a nurse myself. So I found myself watching this show pretty often. And in this show, Grey's character, she loves tequila and men, and anytime her life tends to spiral out of control, she reaches for the tequila bottle and she makes bad choices. I felt like this scene really portrayed modeling behavior and perpetuating stereotypes to make people think that because doctors are stressed out, that it's okay for them to go ahead and reach for the bottle. I felt like that was a modeling behavior. And lastly, I feel like they really used social proof here, allowing Grey as a doctor, thinking that she's more educated, that she knows best, and she kind of puts her stamp of approval on it. And just to sum it up, I just wanted you guys to be aware of these tactics that are used for advertisements in TV shows, movies, and commercials, and just be aware that the influence that they're having on you, on your behaviors and your beliefs. Please drink responsibly, and I just encourage you to look around and see what selling tactics they're trying to use on you.